It's the mind behind the curtain with your hosts, Alex and Jose.
What up, y'all?
How you all doing? Get ready, because we're going to talk about the yin and the yang.
The bad, the good.
Everything universal, the positive and the negative.
The evil.
And the good, the wrong.
The unknown.
And that's right. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
And it's up to you, the listeners and the audience, to believe it or not.
That's right. Here we go.
Yo. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, man. Here we go. Do we have another special episode for you guys on the mind behind the curtain? Man, it's all right. I just gotta show you guys we're sporting our shirts. Yeah, man.
Boy.
They're ready. We're gonna be doing a little bit of apparel giveaway in the future.
Yeah.
All right, so let's dive right into this, bro. This episode is called the Hypnosis. And what involves people getting... Bro, you okay? All right, so you just got hypnotized, man. So let's just get right into it, man. There's certain words that are being used by the media, bro. And I didn't expect it. I didn't think that Canada would do this, like to its citizens. But I have a feeling that they are totally doing it to its citizens, bro. Like using keywords to put everybody under hypnosis, especially with all this, pandemic thing happening right now, bro.
Yeah.
Using celebrities, using political officials.
They started that from the beginning.
Oh, man. One of the words, bro, that really got me in the beginning was flatten the curve, right? And I was like, flattening the curve. Where have I heard that before? And for me, in the beginning, it made a lot of sense, right? I was like, yeah, we need to flatten the curve. And everybody was talking about flattening the curve. But I kept relating it to the flat earth movement, right? And I was like, flattening the earth, flattening the globe. It just kept...
Flatten the population.
Flatten the population, right? It's just perfect words to, control the minds of people and their decisions. And the funny thing is that we got to start the clock.
It's all right. I was in hypnosis, man. I can get out.
The funny thing is that Trudeau, at one point, he was addressing the nation and he used different words, bro. Because he couldn't remember the slogan or the chosen word, which was flatten the curb. So he was like, we gotta plank it. We gotta plank the curb. We gotta straighten it out.
Straighten it out.
Yeah, and I was like, people, I think, that's when I think I was like, dude, they're using this to control the minds of people, man.
Totally, man.
And so many other words, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got neuro-linguistic programming that has been around since the 70s, right? 1976. It was already in progress, and it was created by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, something like that. Something like that. One of them was a mathematician. The other one was a linguistic, structural linguistic guy. I can't even talk, man. Structure of language. What? Anyway, he was a linguist that knew how to put words together and actually manipulate your thoughts. You know what I mean? And that's when everybody started paying attention to the MK Ultra project.
Yeah.
Right? And you were mentioning to me in one of our conversations that there was an island, or there was a spot off this island near New York, called the Montauk? Montauk? Yeah.
Montauk.
Yeah, tell us more about it, man. Tell us about the Montauk project.
Well, Montauk, back in 1970s, basically there was claiming already that there were people getting
kidnapped?
See, I get hypnotized, man.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Something is telling us, hey, guys, do not talk about this.
Yeah, man, for real. No, okay, no, all seriousness.
Yeah,
Okay, no,
yeah.
I'm not playing around no more. Okay, in Montauk, yeah, basically there was kids being kidnapped, homeless kids, and also adults.
Right.
And they're brought to this island. And it's underground, and they always say, oh, we have no underground facility here. It's, just one section, and it's up on top of the ground. There's nothing underground, right? But yet there was. And kids were brought down
That's the
there.
island right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
along
that's-
with adults.
Yeah.
And they were being tortured to the capacity where their brain couldn't take it anymore. And their minds were just torn,
Right.
completely tormented.
Yeah.
Right? And after that, you could reprogram the mind because it's not the same anymore. And that's what these experiments were about, reprogramming the mind.
Right.
Right? And there was also about teleportation and time travel there, and other experiments that caused death instantly.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about our minds is that, even our all human being, like our whole essence of being human, technically we are like a computer. We process information, we analyze it, and then we manifest it into reality, or we kind of come out with what we've learned, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of our evolution, right? That we're becoming smarter, we're becoming more adapt to nature, evolving, right? And this is the thing, man. Like, of course you can program a mind. I see it all the time with parents and kids. Like a lot of parents condition their kids to believe or to live how they've been living their lives. But let's say if that parent sends that kid for adoption and sends them to a different type of family that is completely different, right?
They'd be reconditioned completely different.
Reconditioned completely different. Like for example, there's a family that, let's just say, they love watching cartoons and they eat all cereal and everything is processed foods, and they don't really go out and do exercise, and they just stay home and they become introvertives, right?
Introverted,
and they just stay at home. But then let's say that child is sent out to another family that is completely different, that eat all natural foods,
They would choose
that they'll
from
go
being
out, they
introvert.
barely watch any TV, they read books, completely different type of programming.
Yeah, it's all about reconditioning, your reality of who you are to what they want you to be.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And it's like people say we live in the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And you know how the Matrix is. It's like the movie, right? You take the one pill, you take the other pill, and this one's going to do this or that one's going to do that, right?
That's right.
So it's the same thing. And hypnosis is basically like that. They take you away from your reality by keywords, by registering these elements in your head, or even patterns.
Right.
Pictures, whatever.
Saying certain things, playing certain sounds that will recall a memory, or will install a memory that was that's already been installed in there since you were a kid, or they installed a new one. Right? It's pretty crazy, man. Like, do you know of anyone that has been brainwashed lately by this whole pandemic thing and basically have fallen into hypnosis? And how have they been affected? Right? I got a perfect example for that, and I'll tell you about it, but go ahead. Yeah.
No, certain friends
Right.
of mine, right, that I had to discontinue being friends with.
Yeah.
Because they're so involved with the CNN. That's the only thing they believe in.
Yeah.
And they believe it's the truth all the time.
Of course.
They're talking, right?
Of course.
And it's not.
No.
And, I try to re-educate them on what's really happening and what's going on, and they don't want to listen.
No.
They're not.
No, because they're just programmed and they're consumed by it.
Wrong.
Yeah. I was addicted to CNN, man, and at one point I had to turn it off, and I was like, no more CNN.
No
That's
more
it.
news.
No more news. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm done with this.
Yeah. They had an experiment actually.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, and they brought people into two different rooms, a group of 10 in one and a group of 10 in the other, right? And one was watching news all day. The others were watching comedies and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Then they took the people that were watching the news and they brought them in to check their wave patterns on their brain.
Yeah.
They found out they were more depressed. They weren't acknowledging what was really happening around them.
Right.
Right? They were caught up in that moment still for that whole entire day.
Total tunnel vision.
And the other people were happy. They're talking. The other people were like, they were brainwashed, but more than brainwashed, like zombies.
Hypnotized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I just to go back to what you said about losing friends and arguing with friends through this whole pandemic thing, because everybody's got their own points of views. I just want to say to people out there that, hopefully in the near future we'll all come out of this, and I hope that all of you make peace with the people that you argued with.
Yeah.
Because this is all confusing, and this is all like,
And maybe they wanted this to be like that.
of course they want to, and it's very evident on how they want us to socially not interact with each other, do not gather on groups over 50 or whatever, because in realistically, because of everything else that was going on before all of this, right? There was a revolution happening in Egypt. There was like uprising, protests everywhere
around the world.
everywhere around the world. So
That
obviously,
they wouldn't tell us about.
Of course,
They wouldn't advertise.
But if you dig, you'll find them. You'll find all this stuff on how these people
In
were
France.
were like, that's it. They had enough of all of this. And the government, basically, it's a body that wants to keep their people in order, and they want to keep them controlled, right? They don't want them to come out and say all their dirty little secrets that they have, because no government is stable, bro. That's the truth. No government is stable, and it's a tough job. I'm not discrediting anybody that works in the government. I'm not anti-government. I just want to say that it's very tough, but along the way, you start treating everybody like children, right? And then the people that are in the media,
You know what they're doing? Spoon feeding us information. Like we're little babies with formula.
Of course.
And that's their baby formula.
of course,
given to
man.
us,
They're
right?
giving us the formula that they've had over hundreds of years, man. Okay, so going back to the other question too, if I know anybody, if you know anybody who's been hypnotized, yes. I've seen friends and I've seen people that have become more of consumers than ever before, bro. Like I've gone in, and the other thing too is like, now you walk into the stores and everything is off the shelves, man.
I know.
It's insane. It's insane. It's almost like you're living Black Friday or Christmas Eve,
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day every day, every second day.
But you know what? They advertise that still Boxing Day.
That's
to this
crazy.
point.
That is crazy. I know.
You know, it's crazy.
And it's insane, man. Like how many times I've gone in, and it sounds funny because of course I've gone to the store.
Really?
But I've gone to buy little things here and there, not like crazy, but man, there's all the product is almost gone. It's almost off the shelves, man.
Yeah.
Like what does that mean, right?
To me, I think they wanted to get rid of old product.
Of course, because
First
the new
of all.
product is coming in, people.
And especially food that they wasn't selling.
That's right.
Like the canned foods, all
That's
the
right.
canned crap.
That's right.
Right? And the processed crap.
And there's big money in that. And in talking about consumers, all these major corporations that have all this food that they push, right? It's all brainwashed too, man. They're telling you, woo, this macaroni and cheese is so good for you, delicious. You better buy it. And there you go.
And the one ply still works, people.
That's
no,
right.
it doesn't.
Oh man! Again, going back to saying who all these people that were brainwashed, man. All the toilet paper that was being sold. I even saw a lady across my house, like at the London Drugs. She was arguing with one of the London Drugs staff, saying that why don't they have any more double ply? Like she was like, I know you got it in the back. I know you can give it to me. And the guy was like, listen, lady, single ply works just the same. You can just fold it twice. And she was like,
That's true.
no.
That's true.
All right, man. So when can you tell that you're being hypnotized? Like
You can't.
Can
That's
you
the problem.
or can't you?
Well, I know Dr. G. Jones, okay? And he's one of the greatest hypnotism teachers.
Right.
That I know of, anyway.
Right. You studied with him. And you still keep in touch with him, no? Yeah.
And he also connected me to the Keshik records as well, right?
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it's an amazing process, and what I learned from him is, like you said, keywords will not only hypnotize you, but they'll give you also other thoughts and processing, like for motivation, as we talked on the other podcast.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Stuff like that, right?
Yeah, because there's positive hypnosis
and then
there's
the
negative hypnosis.
Exactly.
Yeah, or hypnotism, whatever.
Yeah, and the positive part ones are good because they help you be better in life, set goals, and maybe stop smoking.
That's right.
And drugs and whatever, right? And the others are the ones that are pure freaking evil.
Right.
That take advantage of you when you not sure about it.
Well, there's the thing too. Like, have you noticed that there is some celebrities that have tried to fight this hypnosis, right?
Well, let's look at Lady Gaga.
Yeah, and look at her. Like right now, like we're witnessing something that is almost like she's an android. She's like a robot trying to snap out of it, but she can't snap out of the hypnosis because there's certain words, certain things, certain programming.
Or the camera flashes are the way that she understands the hypnosis is happening.
And that's the thing about about hypnosis. I think when your subconscious or your other self is trying to realize that, hey, you're not being yourself because things don't make sense. Like it's almost like a survival instinct trying to wake you up. You know what I mean? And that's when I think people freak out, or they spaz, or they go into these rants.
What was the movie with I believe it was Denzel Washington, and he was a soldier or ex-soldier or whatever, and then they called him up on the telephone and something was said to him, and then boom,
that's it.
Yeah, he was gone.
Manchurian
Candidate.
Manchurian Candidate. Yeah,
that's it.
Okay, so we talked about using keywords in order to manipulate others, right? Certain keywords. Now, there's also certain memories that are being recalled, right, at a certain moments that trigger a hypnosis, right? Or certain things that are said in order to put that person in a trance. Right, like right now we're witnessing Beyonce right now. She's she's supposed to be enjoying the basketball game,
like he is.
Yeah, but he
doesn't even notice, because you know what? I believe he already knows.
Yeah, of course, and he's blocking her. Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously, there's things that happen in real life where some people practice it, some people do it consciously, and some people do it unconsciously. Right? How can you tell that you're bumping into a person that's trying to manipulate you by using certain words, certain things?
Wow, that's kind of difficult, actually.
Right?
Because you won't know until it hits you.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I mean, they could come over to you and use a flashlight and go...
And you're done.
And you're gone, right?
There's some experiences that I've had where I'm at a party, right? And I'm with a girl that she's black, okay? And all of a sudden, somebody just gets her a little drunk, puts a knife next to her, okay? And she looks at the knife. That person whispers something behind her ear, and that girl just grabs the knives and goes berserk, right?
Wow.
Goes berserk, bro. Goes nuts, right? So what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it's people that know what buttons to push.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Pushing buttons is a type of hypnosis, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to go there sometimes with a certain argument or a certain conversation, but as soon as they start telling you about something, right? Boom, it triggers something, it triggers a memory, or it triggers something that you don't want to think about, and it just makes you sad, and then you feel awkward, and then you act weird, or you just fall into a trance.
Or it's sometimes like when you go to a movie and they show popcorn, you want to get popcorn when it's on the screen.
That's right.
You know?
And I heard that they make the popcorn extra salty so you can, like, go get your drink.
Get a drink.
Get a drink.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So it's all combined.
And it's funny how, like, we are so conditioned to overpay for the popcorn and the drinks, man.
But we still want it.
And we pay it.
Yeah.
It's like, you get a popcorn and a pop, right?
Yeah.
Or you get two pops because they sell it to you in a package or a combo. and it's worth
To make
more
you
than
feel
the movie.
comfortable.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up, man, and let's say that. All right. So hypnosis, on that point, kind of makes you want to lash out and be crazy, and sometimes it makes you want to just stay peaceful. So there is good hypnosis and bad hypnosis, right?
Yeah.
How can somebody protect themselves from being hypnotized? That's something that we got to look into, bro.
That's another podcast.
Stay tuned, people, for the next podcast on how you can protect yourself. Man, we got to look into that.
Yeah.
And how you can build a shield around you, protect yourself from evil and from all these people trying to manipulate you. Build a strong soul and a strong core and believe in yourself. Meditate and know your true self. And, you know, stay positive, right? Stay positive through this whole thing. These people are trying to control you. Don't let them.
Facebook, no.
All right.
No. Gotta get rid of them.
Yeah, Facebook has definitely hypnotized me.
It is. And this one was crazy.
This one was crazy. So, hey, guys, go check out MK Ultra Celebrities Under Mind Control on YouTube.
Nuts.
That's right. MK Ultra Celebrities Under Mind Control.
I don't know what
you are going to enjoy that video. And peace, man. Thank you very much for watching again.
Gia.
We're out.
Subscribe. Put them thumbs up. And have a good day.